Video. I don't even have it in. Jeez.
Good job. Rookie mistake.
Oh, man. What are you going to do?
Rookie
I don't even
mistake.
have our video in.
No, you don't. Did you have your other's electric one? You don't have our intro?
No, it's all on this. It's all on this chip right here. We got to put it in. Let's put it in.
Of course. Did you?
All right, now we got to come back over here. I don't know what I'm doing. There it is. Local video 1. That's our intro video to the podcast. Intro video to the podcast. Dude, I love that.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
All right, back to live action. So, what does everyone think of the intro video to the podcast? Where welcome everybody to the Near Me Podcast channel, and this is the Joe and Lex Show. Up high, get out of here.
Horrible.
I just left her hanging.
Horrible.
Where the podcast where we talk about whatever it is we want, with an overall goal to bring the neighborhood together.
Yeah.
Bring the people together.
Bring the locals back.
Bringing local back. We're bringing local back. No, how's the song? There's a song. It's like bringing sexy back. Yeah, bringing sexy back. We're bringing local back. We're bringing the sexiness of local back. So, like, I've been talking to some people about the podcast, mainly Christine, and she thinks we should have a schedule and topics. So I asked for her advice, and she said, well, she's always wanted to know about solar. So I'm going to talk about solar from an electrical contractor's perspective. Okay, here is what I've know about solar. And here's my experience. One, I'm an electrical contractor, so I install electric, which solar is an electrical, it's considered electric. Okay, so there's that. So I know how much it costs, right? 2, plans. And I would make sure that they meet code. And I'm also an electrical inspector, or I got my electrical inspector's license. So I am a little versed in this field. Okay? You're on air.
I know. I was trying to find my link to it.
Yeah.
But it's not working.
Oh, you're trying to share the podcast. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Can you hit the button where it focuses in on me?
Yes.
The focus button. We got to do the I need a producer. If anyone would like, no, just hit the. Yeah, there you go. If anybody would like to be a producer of the show, and you'd want to do it for free, and there's no like set hours, and I don't want to pay you because I can't.
Just come and have fun.
Just come and hang out, learn how to produce. You're more than welcome to come. But anyway, so solar, here's my take on solar. Okay. And my brother Mike has solar. And if you know my brother Mike, when he gets something, he does a lot of research. And so I'm well versed in solar. I've never installed it though. But I could. I used to inspect it all day long. I probably inspected 1,000 solar jobs the past 4 years. So here we go. Solar is good if, and here's the if, you have the house for it. So if you have a lot of rooftop that is southern facing, right? If your house has a majority of its open roof facing south, then yeah, that go like left. If you hold your arm up to the sun and it's on the south, to the right. I don't know.
Never eat soggy waffles.
Yeah, no, it's soggy worms. So
south. Soggy waffles.
Right. Well. All right. So if you have really clear, there's no street. You go out of your house, right, and you look south. For me, it's this way. So if I look this way, right, for my house, then I look up and there's no trees. That's check one. You want to make sure that you're going to get good, the most amount of sun facing, beating down on the solar panels. So no trees on the south side, okay? And you look up at your house and you have a lot of area to place the solar panels. That's the optimum.
Did you pause my camera?
Oh, you're not working?
No.
Oh, it's even gone. Jesus. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Technical difficulties. It's like you're not even there.
I know.
You disappeared.
I'm sitting here, but I'm not there. Am I even on?
I don't know. Let's see. You're there.
I know, but I'm like a ghost. I'm not there.
You back up a little bit. The sun's something. Oh.
Am I there?
Yeah, you're there now. Jeez. It's right here. So anyway.
That's funny.
Right.
I told you I need sunscreen.
But anyway, so back where we were. Gosh, we're getting off topic. Podcasting is so hard. People are going to say so much crap. They're going to be like, oh, these guys are jerk-offs. But you know what? I want it to be.
Just
First of
two
all,
of us.
Are we even podcasting? Are we even live?
It shows it on YouTube.
Okay, we're on YouTube.
That's
Okay, good.
how I knew
So,
I wasn't there.
Back to the topic at hand. God, bunch of schmooze. So, solar, is it good? So if you have a lot of good open space on the south side of your house to place panels, then you're good, okay? And you have to have a decent electric bill, right? So if you've got an electric bill that's only $100 or $150 a month, it's not worth it because you're not using enough electricity.
Who has $100 to $150
I don't know.
electric bill?
I don't know.
would like to know.
They're out there. They're probably out there. They're not us.
Not us.
Or anybody we know, but your mom probably has.
Probably my
Yeah.
mom.
Yeah.
Probably.
But
And they still try and give her solar.
right, so because here's the thing. Yes, it's going to save you electricity, which is going to save you money. However, you have to buy those panels, right? And those panels cost money. So if you get a quote for $30,000 to put solar on your house, and they tell you that that's going to make your electric bill the minimum, which is just, let's say, $35 to $50 a month, okay? You have to, and the panels are only good for 25 to 30 years, they say. They haven't been in business that long to know if those panels are going to produce for that length of time. But let's just go with what they are. So up on the big board, let's go. We're going to go to the big board.
But doesn't that also interact if you how many years it takes for your roof?
Right. Well, let's not even get to that. Let's not even get to that.
Okay, that's
so
a question.
Let's just
Put a pin
say
in it.
that it costs $30,000, which is a low number for your
Install.
install. $30,000 is a lot of money, right? So let's look at the old trusty dusty calculator because I don't do the math good. So let's say $30,000. Okay, divide that by 25 years. 25.
Your
1,200.
calculator's not in
Divide
there.
that by 12. So that's $100 a month. Okay, so you add that up to the other 50 minimum. So you're at 150 a month for your electricity. So that's what I'm saying. So you're at a minimum 150. Now, if you're spending $150 now on electric, when you get the solar, you're going to be spending $150 a month for the next 30 years. Okay? So do you want to deal with that hassle that over the next 25 years of putting up solar, you're not really saving anything. Your electric bill's $150 now. It's going to cost you $150 a month for the solar anyway. So it's not really worth it there, in my opinion. And that's if you have a perfect house, because if you have a less perfect house, if you don't have good southern facing house, or you don't if you have like trees blocking your panels on the south side, then you got to move the panels to the less productive sides on the east or west. And then the panels produce less, which then you have to put more panels up to get the same amount of electricity usage out of them, and then it just costs more. So that $30,000. So like for mine, a perfect system would cost $30,000, but I don't have very good southern facing exposure, and because my electric bill is $350, $400 a month, so I would need a $60,000 system, and that just it starts to not make sense for me. All right, and then let's go with this. If you have to have your roof replaced, it's going to cost probably $5,000 to take those panels down and put them back up. Most roofing companies don't do that, so you got to hire a special company to do the roof and do the panels. It's going to cost you more to do the roof, so you got to add that cost in. And that's that. And then what do we do with the panels when they're done? So, are you saving the earth? I don't know. But if you've got beautiful southern facing house and a lot of it, and go ahead, do it. And you got the money, do it. Because you also got to include the cost of the loan in there.
Right.
So, I don't know. For me, solar doesn't work on my house because I don't have good southern facing exposure, and I don't have a lot up there. I'd have to put them on the east and west, and I would have to have more panels, and I just don't want to do it. For me, I'll just budget the $450 or $350 a month that it costs to have electricity. And who knows? But in the future, as energy rates go up, it might be worth it. But to sit here and say it's going to make sense and you're going to save the earth and save a bunch of money, you really got to do it. You really got to plan for it.
I don't think they have enough research.
Right.
Because what do you do with those panels? They don't last forever.
No. What do you do? Very good question. Yeah. Let's Google that. Google. What do you do with solar panel? Where do solar panels go? Do solar panels go?
Do they go bad?
When they die?
When do they expire?
Let's see what the Goog says. When solar panel reaches the end of its life, it becomes solid waste and is sent to an e-waste facility. At that facility, the panel is salvaged for its glass, copper, and aluminum. The remaining components are shredded and sent to a landfill. So we're just filling up the landfill to try to save the earth.
Yeah.
That's
not producing oil or anything like that.
Right. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Just going to the landfill.
Exactly. But I do have advice on this. So let's say that you decided to go with solar. It makes sense to you. You've worked everything out. I've got advice for you for when they come to do it. First of all, there are a multitude of solar companies that will literally give you price ranges from $25,000 to I've seen as high as $80,000 for the exact same output of these systems. I was a plans examiner. I saw them. I would literally get one company, send a set of plans in, and you can do the research. Just like call up your local building department and ask them because it's public records, for the permits for these solar systems. Hey, can you send me all of the permit information for the last 100 solar system jobs in in our area? And they have to tell you the price of the job and how much it costs to install. So I would see these. I would see some, 10 kW systems being installed for $25,000. Mm-hmm. I would see some 10K systems being installed for $50,000, $60,000. The exact same output. Now, it doesn't matter what brand you use 10K is 10K. Are there better quality systems out there? Yeah, you're going to get a little bit better quality, but not that good, right? Quality. Most of them use the Q-cell panels. So what I'm going to say to you is, if you are going to do it, call up a local electrical company in your area that installs solar. Okay? Get a price from them. At least they're local, and they're not going to be these national companies that come to your house, knock on your door, or give you a phone call, or from FP&L. All of those big companies, they're getting any solar installers that they can get, and you're literally paying because they have great marketing. They're getting these solar jobs at these astronomical prices because their marketing is great. They're going to 100,000 homes and knocking on the door, and so they are the prices can vary. If I was to get a solar system installed at my house, I wouldn't do it myself because I'm not a solar install guy. I would call Ugali Electric, and I would ask them and say, hey, can you give me a price to install solar? And then they would come out, give you a price. And then I would also call FP&L and ask them if they could give you a price for solar. But at least you could compare. And I know the guys at Ugali, they're local. I don't know them personally, but I like I said, I was a building inspector in the area, and they always seem to get good reviews and have, I never heard anything bad about them. So call a local contractor to get your solar. And if you can afford it, go ahead and do it. Now, when it comes to the installation, you want to put them on the south side to get better output because the sun is on the south side of your house the most. Where we are based on the equator, if the equator's the middle, the sun goes around the middle. Physics class. I'm like Bill and I, the science guy. The sun goes around the equator, so we're above the equator, so anything facing south is going to get the most sun, which is going to get the most output. And then the second best is on the east side, because between east and west, because in Florida, if you've got the clouds come in the afternoons, middle of summer. What's it doing at 3 o'clock? Yeah, the sun's over on the west side longer, but what's it doing every afternoon? Cloud cover. It's raining. So normally in the morning you got that sun coming up, and it's, you get more sun on the east side. Now, I'm not a solar installation professional. There are smarter people than I. But that's just an electrician's look at it, Yep. But I will say this. Stop coming to my house. I don't care if my neighbor down the street. I don't care if you're working down the street, just got solar. Stop coming to my house. They're just gonna keep coming.
Oh yeah.
They don't care.
It doesn't matter.
But stop coming. I don't know who the homeowner is. I don't know. That's the first thing they ask. Are you the homeowner? I just sick the dog on them.
Just bring my kids out here.
Bring the kids out. I'm going to pause because I am going to grab water and turn down the AC.
Yeah, with these bright lights, I told you I need sunscreen. Yeah. You're going to give me skin cancer with all these lights.
Was there a plastic thing on it? So.
I think, yeah.
But.
I don't know.
Listen, maybe there's a local solar installer that would love to come on the podcast, but I'd probably chew him alive. But
yeah, I know Uncle Mike had issues with his installers, didn't he?
Yeah, just Uncle Mike.
I know, but
likes to get involved in everything, and he does a lot of research, so he's just one of those consumers that wants to get involved.
Yeah.
Not saying if it's good or I'm not saying if it's bad.
No, I'm not saying that either.
So,
I'm just saying.
We don't have no watchers on?
No. Oh, I didn't share it either.
So yeah, there's that, but we'll go with that. All right, what's next? What else did Christine say? So Christine, I hope that helped you out, and don't forget to call us to. Oh, And this
And
episode is brought to you by Others Electric. Oh, you know what I forgot the Near Me podcast. Put this on there too. It's so difficult. It's crazy how you disappeared in the beginning.
yeah, I
You're
was
like magical.
I was a ghost there. That was
So-
crazy. I was like sitting here, but not sitting here.
So, yeah. So that's my advice. Call a local electrician. You know, they can get loans and everything else too. Basically, you're just adding. They're just gonna tie it to your house. That's how that works.
Well, that was my next question too.
Right. So, well, what was your next question?
Well, with us being in Florida, we're known for hurricanes.
Right.
What happens in hurricane season?
Well, very good question. So, if the panels get hit, you gotta have them replaced. You know, so they're not gonna go anywhere because the way they're designed and the structure and the supports that they put on, they're designed very well. They add structure to your house.
Right.
So they add strength to it because it just, it's more support. However, if the hurricane comes and they're not going to blow away, but everything's going to get blown into them.
Yeah.
All those rocks and pebbles and tree branches and garbage cans and your neighbor's
Trampoline.
Yeah, the trampoline. That's gonna get hit, all that stuff's gonna happen. So
I thought because there's like a gap between the panel and the house. I thought wind doesn't get underneath that.
no, they're designed to withstand hurricane wind. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Unless, it doesn't matter. Like, I think
They're up to the Miami-Dade code.
Yeah, the Miami-Dade code. Yeah, Miami-Dade. Yeah, no, they're not going anywhere. But, oh man, where'd my other one go? Oh, this one. This is my new one. They're not going anywhere. But, people don't understand. Like,
Yeah, that hailstorm we
The
had last
hailstorm's
year.
gonna break 'em.
Come on.
and so
Dented
but
all
listen,
those cars,
and it's like,
scratching
and you
dent
ask,
sails.
and if you ask a guy that installed solar, he's not going to tell you he made a bad choice. Nobody's going to tell you they made a horrible choice, right? There's no one, no one's going to tell you. So don't look at But I will tell you, like when we used to inspect them, when I was an inspector, you would literally. In the really nice neighborhoods, you do one solar inspection, and literally a month or two later, you're doing the neighbors, and then a month or two later, you're doing the next neighbors, and so on. You'll do a whole neighborhood in a matter of a year or two, and it just falls like dominoes. Once the neighbor, it's what do they call that? Keeping up with the Joneses. That's it. And their sales. They've got really good sales. Like, listen, You make 1 million phone calls, you get a 1% of those.
You're gonna get
that's
something.
10,000. That's 10,000 jobs. So that's that's how they're going up. But
Yeah.
you ain't saving the earth. I'm telling you.
No,
You
not
ain't
if
saving the
it's going to the landfill.
Yeah, it's going to the landfill, and that's not even that. Who knows? And who knows how long they're going to last?
Exactly. How long? How long are they supposed to last?
I don't know, 20 to 30 years. But you can lease them now too. And when you lease them, it's just transferring the money that you used to pay the electric company to another company. You're not saving any money. You're not. There's no magic wand.
No.
So
No.
I'm not a big proponent of solar. Although I would like to do a lot of solar jobs at those extravagant prices that they're doing, but I couldn't do that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, that would,
is
that would
my
go
phone
against
keep
my
doing
moral code. But, so anyway, what else? What else do we want to talk about? I don't know. Dang. We got to keep it going.
Yes.
Do you have anything to talk about?
I do not. I do
What?
not.
It's like pulling teeth from her.
Oh, basketball.
What about basketball?
We are second in our division.
How is that even possible?
We have 5 wins and 1 loss, and this Saturday we play the undefeated team
Oh, I'm not going.
at 2:00.
I'm not going.
At 2:00.
I'm not going. I'm not going because I was a screamer and a yeller. I was yelling at Landon today when he was doing jujitsu.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I tell him because he doesn't have very good offense, which he's new. He's only been doing it like less than a month, but I'm trying to tell him like go offense, grab him, and I'm looking at him and I'm like maybe 10 foot away from him, if that. I'm like Landon, grab him, and he looks at me and he goes, Dad, that other guy can hear you too, and he's just gonna do the same thing. So quit telling the other guy what to do. Get out of here. What are you?
That kid.
And so today, when he yelled at me, when we got back in the car, he's like, Dad, the other guy can hear you, and he's just going to do it. And I was like, the other guy isn't listening to me like you're not listening to me. So just do it. You know? Oh.
That kid's got such different.
His thought process is like something else.
Oh man, he
Yeah.
kills me. That kid.
I love jujitsu. It's Landon goes to the Space Coast Jiu-Jitsu. It's Professor Rob Castellano. There's like 6 kids in the class. It's amazing. He is the best. He's good with the kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes he yells at them. Like today, he yelled at one of the girls. But she's just like, she's just awesome. She's always like doing her own thing, and like,
Yeah.
you could tell like she'll be talking to him, and she's just looking, but she's totally in another world and
Somewhere else.
Yeah. So
yeah, it's awesome having that age group and teaching them and stuff.
it's trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but that's Landon, and he's emotional too. I'm totally for like letting our kids be themselves and working themselves out because like the teachers, everyone's quick to put them on like medication, and I don't want to do that because I want him to grow into himself.
Yeah.
Let him know that hey, it's okay to be you.
Yeah.
You're the only you in the world, and that's exactly what the world needs. And if I think the medication will dull that down, or try to stop that, and I don't want that. So I want him to, he could probably.
I think I froze again.
I don't care if you froze again.
I do. I'm not moving.
What are you doing to the camera?
I'm not doing anything.
I don't know why it's doing that.
I'm still staring down, and I'm not staring down anymore. I'm staring at you.
There you go. So we got camera problems. Whatever. I don't know. But
That's funny.
we need a producer. I can't do it all. I can't. So anyway, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want to be the first thing. I've come to learn in life that you gotta be who you're gonna be, and you gotta let other people be who they're gonna be, and that's okay. If I'm allowed to be the way I am, which is whatever I want to be, then other people are allowed to do it too. You just gotta try to stay in your lane. Don't hurt anybody. You're not allowed to physically harm anybody, and as long as you're doing that, you're allowed to live your life.
Yeah.
And so I want that to, I want Landon to, because the way he thinks is amazing. Like his thought, like he says things wouldn't even have thought of. And I don't want that to go away. So, because the teacher's always like, oh, you're so rambunctious and always on the go. And it's like, oh, you mean being a boy? It's like, yeah, being a boy, And so I just.
Is Alyssa watching?
I have no idea if Alyssa's watching.
Man, I have a question for Liam.
Oh, Liam's in bed. She's
I
a
know.
responsible parent.
Listen, so are my kids. My kids are in bed too. But did you know, Landon and I read a dinosaur book before bed.
Uh-huh.
Did you know that birds are dinosaurs? I did not know that. Birds are ancestors of dinosaurs.
Really? I didn't
Yes.
know that.
I did not know that.
I think turkeys are the closest relatives. What bird?
No, flamingos.
Flamingos are the closest.
Yeah,
Let's
the
look that up.
flamingos and I want to say like ostriches are the closest things to dinosaurs.
Hold on, let's see. Closest to dinosaurs. Ready? Let's see.
And then looking at the pterodactyls, I was like, oh my
Chickens.
gosh. Chicken, well,
Okay, chicken DNA holds remnants from their dinosaurs.
so we still eat dinosaurs?
We're gnawing on them some bitches. I had dinosaur yesterday. It was delicious.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dinosaur thigh. Not very scary.
No.
I would say, yeah.
No.
Those things are evil. They will attack though, so I could see it. Like motherfuckers still think they're dinosaurs.
But I can see a pterodactyl as a bat as a miniature pterodactyl. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No, with those faces, there's no beak at all. There's
They don't
no
need
beak
a
on a
beak.
bat.
They don't need a
I don't
beak.
even
They
think,
still got teeth.
I don't think bats are even in that because bats are mammals.
What's a dinosaur?
Reptiles.
How is it a well? Yeah, you're right. Because
Let's see.
all dinosaurs came from eggs. I didn't know that either.
Are bats mammals? Yes, bats are mammals. So,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. You can see that on the back, but yeah. So, yeah, no.
Listen, you're gonna have to just turn my camera off because I'm frozen again.
No, you're not.
I was.
No, you're not frozen. I'm sure there's some things or settings on there I could figure out. But
Yeah.
anyway,
But I did not know that. I mean, I don't know. I didn't think of it that way.
yeah, I knew that. Yeah, now you're frozen again.
Yeah. No, it unfreezes. It keeps like freezing and then unfreezes and then freezes.
This stupid thing,
Listen. That's it. Get a new one.
right? Change it all.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's see. It's probably one of the settings. Let's see. Let's add video. Let's go HDMI 2. There we go. I don't know. We'll see. Keep an eye on it. But yeah. So yeah, I knew that. I did know that. And
Yeah.
I wish we had chickens. Mom has chickens. Mom has a lot of chickens.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they attack her like a dinosaur would. So,
Yeah. They do peck the crap
And-
out you.
yeah. As I say, I thought you're gone again. I don't know why it's doing that.
I don't know. I don't know. That's crazy.
Let me see.
It's not liking me today.
Let me hit the record button and see if that keeps it doing what it's supposed to do.
We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe it's because you don't move enough. Maybe it thinks you
What
know.
do you mean? I keep moving around.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I was listening to Dr. Phil on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they talked about. Did you know that on the border, right? Why is this thing not charging?
I don't know.
Did you know that
On the border.
on the southern border, Dr. Phil went down there and he talked about. He was talking to the border patrols. So there are people coming over the southern border in Texas and Arizona with children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And those children are coming over and the federal government is paying for those children to be sent to people inside the United States. You know, Florida, Illinois, wherever, right? Because because somebody will claim them. Oh, so these kids are coming up to the border. They're coming with people that are giving them to Border Patrol agents, and they're having these numbers and addresses, or not tattooed, written on them.
Written on them.
So they're calling the numbers, and they're saying, do you know this person? Oh, yeah, that's my niece, or whatever. That's my whatever. And the Border Patrol is buying plane tickets and sending them to these people without verifying if those children are actually related to those people.
Them.
So, and the Border Patrol said, the guy told Dr. Phil that they know for a fact that some of those people are sex traffickers.
Yeah,
So the United States government, us, taxpayers, are paying for little children to get sex trafficked. Did you know that?
No.
That's what's going on in the southern border. In the old administration, they were doing these rapid
Tests?
like DNA tests, and they would find out before.
Yeah.
But with the new administration, they stopped doing that.
Ugh.
So I don't want to get political, but I thought that was insane.
I wonder how long. Well.
And Dr. Phil's got a new show out that says where I guess he was sitting at his wife, and he was watching all this on the news, and he's like, man, all this crazy stuff's going on, and no one even knows about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder how long that's.
Yeah, and then like no one's saying anything. The media is not covering it, and his wife looks and he goes, honey, you are the media.
Yeah.
And Dr. Phil's like, oh yeah, and his wife goes, and you probably have more
followers, yeah,
than the last 3 people that were, that we just flipped the channels on.
Yep.
So now he's starting his own media company to specifically do that, and you are frozen again.
Again?
Yeah.
No, it shows me moving on here.
No, you're frozen. You're frozen.
On my YouTube, I'm moving around,
Put
but
you
okay.
in 3. Put you in 3 and then see if that helps. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, because my phone's delayed, so I'm frozen looking up.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right. Well, let's see if that helps. I changed your slot. Change your slot. So yeah. So now Dr. Phil has his own thing, which I thought was pretty cool. So he's gonna go down and shine some light on the craziness. So
Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of Americans have no idea.
yeah.
And
Because you get one thing from one side and one thing from another. So.
yeah.
But I also heard on the news too, like there was another. There's another. It was in Florida where a plane crashed, landed on a plane crashed and landed and killed people inside their mobile home. It's like fuck, like life isn't hard enough. Like you're struggling to get by. You're in a mobile home, so you're either like got low income, or you're trying to live an easy life, or you're elderly in Florida, retiring, trying to live your best life, and all of a sudden a plane comes crashing down and kills you. And it's like we don't have it hard enough. We got these people flying around in private airplanes, right? While the rest of us are trying to feed our family, trying to get our kids into a good school, trying to get them educated, trying to get them set up for life. And you assholes, elites, are flying around, killing everybody, crashing your planes and your helicopters. It's like, come on, man. It's like, come on. What are you doing? I don't know how long we're gonna take this as a people. Of like all the things that have happened, like didn't have to happen. It's literally dying from an airplane falling out of the sky because you're a rich asshole and you don't want to take a car or fly commercial or anything like that. So thanks a lot, you rich jerk. for killing people because you're a jerk. Okay? I don't see the need for private plane use. I don't. Like, I don't care how famous you are or what meeting you got to get to. And it's the same people that say that we can't use our gasoline cars because we're killing the earth, right?
Right.
But they will fly 3 people on a private jet all over the world, all day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah, but the president's not getting on.
Okay, I get it. I get that. Okay, you want to play devil's advocate?
I don't. I'm just saying.
Okay.
That would be awesome to see the president on an airplane.
Yeah, you know what? You know what that would mean?
But,
you know what that would mean? If the president had to fly on his own plane, we would have to stop being assholes, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we weren't assholes, you wouldn't have to be worried about somebody doing some dumb stuff to you, you know? So maybe that should be, oh man, that's my thing. Good? That's good. So maybe that should be like the determination factor, right? If you're too much of a jerk and you can't fly on a normal airplane, maybe you're doing something wrong, right? If you have to worry about people killing, like, I don't go around worrying about people killing me. You know what I'm saying? It's not a problem in my life. So, and if I ever get to the point where that happens, maybe I should just take a couple steps back, you know, unless there's some crazies out there with the podcast.
Well,
Maybe. But still, you know what I'm saying? That's my philosophy. If you have to worry about the public trying to murder you, maybe you take a couple steps back. Maybe that's the line in the sand.
the line.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to go full Kanye, you know what I'm saying? You know? Just be like Lil Boozy. Like, Lil Boozy doesn't have to worry about getting murdered on a daily basis. Like, full Kanye probably got to have some security, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you got the celebrities and stuff that everybody wants to...
Right, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, be boozy, you know? Don't be Kanye. Don't be Beyonce. Just be boozy.
But Kanye and Beyonce is where the money's at.
No, Boozy's doing all right.
You don't hear nothing about Boozy. I don't even know who Boozy is.
You don't know who Lil Boozy is?
No,
Boozy
apparently
Badass?
not. No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
he's doing something right then.
Because I don't know about him.
No, Lil Boozy. I mean, that's who you want to be. Let's see, Lil Boozy. Lil Boozy.
Taylor Swift can't get on an airplane.
Net worth. Let's see Lil Boozy's net worth. Lil Boozy's net worth. Boozy Badass, net worth, 2024, updated. This is going to give me so many spams. Let me see. Boozy Badass.
Doesn't tell you there.
I'm getting there. What? $10 million. What do you need more than $10 million for? He ain't going around. He ain't got to worry about someone trying to murder him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But what about Taylor Swift?
That's too far. You cross the line. If you need private security and if you need a private jet,
she's got her boyfriend now to.
Yeah, ain't no one gonna mess with T-Kel. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
T-Kel's gonna be like, "What's up, dog? You don't go mess around with your boy."
Exactly.
Yeah. So and then his brother Travis.
Travis.
Or no, wait, Travis, and what's his brother's name?
Jason.
He's got.
I like Jason better than Travis.
I can't remember who did that. I don't know. I don't know. I like Travis. I like Travis. The only thing I didn't like was the double shot.
Oh.
I didn't like.
That's just a stupid commercial.
Yeah, I like double shot. Like, bro, come on, bro. Get out of here. No. That was silly, but.
I like Jason. He's got the dad bod. He's totally.
I think the majority of people, I think I mean, I did like him jumping, like when he was at the football game, getting crap faced without a shirt on. Like I can, I can relate to that. I've been to a couple of football games where I don't remember how I got home, so I can respect that. So so just be boozy. You know what I'm saying? Boozy
Taylor
don't need to be flying around on a private jet because people will just go, and he's still worth $10 million. How much more do you need?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't need
Right.
these multi-billionaires.
So there you go. When the moral of the podcast today is be a boozy. Don't be a Kanye. Don't be a Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you have to worry about someone shooting you or murdering you to go out in public,
Stalking
you've
you,
gone
yeah.
to something has gone terribly wrong. Ask my boy Chuck. It's terrible. That's terrible. Okay? People out to get you. It's terrible. Okay? It's terrible.
Oh.
All right? So be a boozy. Okay? Be a boozy badass. He's got the money. He's got a little bit of the fame, and he can fly. He can fly commercial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
God dang. You know what I'm saying? Like people are sick of it, tired, sick of tired.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then you got, I don't know where I'm going with that, but
Yeah, the other thing too I saw was down in, what is it, Fort Lauderdale or Lauderhill, the two kids that were trapped in the sand. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about this. This is new.
That happened, I want to say yesterday. It was on the news. There was a 9-year-old, and I want to say she was 7.5. They're from Indiana.
Okay.
They're down here visiting, I think their grandparents or something.
Mhm.
They went to the beach, and they were,
Okay.
like everybody does, digs the holes and all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah.
Us as parents, because we live in Florida, don't think about, our kids are digging a hole. Well, they both got trapped.
How did they get trapped?
I don't know, they dug a deep enough hole.
Did they die?
One of the girl died.
Wow.
She passed away. Yeah. She did not make it.
That's sad. That's a bummer.
Yeah. But you know what? One of the freaking news articles, what made me upset was that it's being investigated because the parents weren't watching the kids.
What were the parents doing?
Enjoying themselves at the beach. When you go to the beach, you don't go there just to stare at your kids while they're playing in the sand.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, if my kids are playing in the sand, I'm not too worried. If they're out in the water, then I'm worried.
Yeah.
But now I was like, what? So
Well,
I feel horrible
it's-
for that family.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't even know what to say about that.
But like, what would you do? If our kids were playing in the sand?
Our kids are lazy and don't build that big of hole, so I don't have to worry about that because our kids have a certain lazy factor. Like they would
understand
dig,
that, but I'm just
they would dig
saying.
enough hole to maybe maybe like this big hole. They're like that big.
I agree.
But their efforts any more than that, I don't see it. I don't think that's something we have to worry about. So I don't even want to think about that. And thanks for slamming the podcast into a brick wall. And now everyone's sad.
I'm sorry. I
That is
know
horrible.
that is very.
I did learn valuable information today because I was driving to work.
Uh-oh.
I was driving to work, and I got an Amber Alert.
Yes.
Amber Alert, and so I have two phones in my car, so both of them are going batshit crazy.
As you're
Driving
trying
off the
to
road
drive,
as I'm
yeah.
trying to drive, and they're always the loudest alerts. I don't think
Yeah.
like my phone is normally on silent, but
Yeah.
for whatever
Oh.
those alerts come through full blast, which is
They
good.
have to.
I love them, but
When you're driving.
no. Here's the thing. So, when you're driving, what do? You see the Amber Alert, it comes through, and you're like,
And how do you turn it off? You
No.
have to touch your phone
no,
because it doesn't just stop.
yeah. So I had to grab it, doing illegal, right? Driving down the road, so I'm legally looking at my phone, but it's for a good cause because I'm trying to save somebody, trying to save a child. So I'm looking at it, and I'm supposed to look out for a white Camry.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna look out for white Camry. I look in front of me, white
White
Camry. I'm like, oh shit, what was the tag? So I'm looking for the tag, wrong tag. I'm like, dang, wrong tag. But it's crazy, it's a white Camry. I look over, I'm like, oh shit, there's another white Camry, another white Camry. And I'm like, now I'm trying to slow down, speed up to get the tag, wrong tag number.
Yeah.
Driving down the road, white Camry, there must have been 15 white Camrys. I'm driving through Oviedo all day today looking at white Camry tag numbers. You know how many white Camrys are in the area? A lot.
A lot.
So, the moral of the story is, if you're going to do some dumb shit, do it in a white Camry. Because there are thousands of them. Okay? Okay?
That's just like when you buy a new car. Or you see a new car that you want to buy. Then you start seeing them everywhere.
Yeah. Listen, tomorrow, just look how many white Toyotas there are.
There's a lot of white Toyotas.
There's a lot of white Toyotas. And that was a specific number. Now, think about it if it wasn't a specific number.
Yeah.
Right? Because they knew the car and the tag number because I think it was the mom that they were looking for. But if they were looking for a random white Toyota, that kid's gone.
They'd be in trouble.
That's gone. What are you going to do? Nothing. So many white Camrys. And I was a weirdo stopping and looking at every white Camry. But whatever.
Trying to save a life.
Trying to do my thing, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to do my part. So, anyway. I don't think we got no comments today.
No.
Nothing in the things.
Everybody says, it's bedtime. I'm sleeping.
Yeah. Yeah. Live. So, but yeah, I've been thinking about that plane falling on somebody for the last week. Because I'm like, what is our
how many
society
times
come to?
they've came down on a highway?
Like the statistical chances of you dying greatly, from an airplane, is directly tied to how much money you make. Because you get into probably like Kobe, God rest his soul, dude died in a helicopter crash. That could have been avoided. So another thing. So
isn't that how Aaliyah died too?
Yeah, a fucking private plane. Yeah. So. Yeah. Listen. Commercial jets go down too, but very rarely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, or they just disappear like that one. That's crazy. But I was talking to Charles today too.
Micah.
Charles. And we were talking about going into rabbit holes on the internet because he's a flagger or a he works in West Virginia and he's a flagger. So when all the trucks try to go up and down the mountains, he lets them know, hey, this is coming up. You're good to go. Let's alerts the people to make the flow better. And so he sits in his car for 12 hours, works 12-hour days, 7 to 7. Sits in his car all day on the side of a mountain. And I'm like, dude, do you ever go down any deep rabbit holes with the internet and Facebook or YouTube videos? And he's like, bro, I went around telling everybody for a week that they found life on another planet and they described it. And he said he was telling everybody for an entire week because he got fooled. So I was like, yeah, dude, it's crazy. I'm 50-50 on the moon landing, and I had to stop watching YouTube because I was going down the rabbit holes on the flat Earth. Yeah. And I was watching the flat Earth videos. I'm like, damn, those things make sense, dude. It was like, it gets you, dude. And so I had to stop YouTube because I know for a fact the Earth is not flat.
How do you know for a fact, though?
I just know in my heart.
Jump down that rabbit hole?
How do I know for a fact? Because I don't want to even contemplate it not being flat.
That's it. Let's get a private jet and fly from here.
Yeah, let's see.
All the way back around.
See. Oh no. Oh no.
See.
No, never mind. I'm not going to repeat what the video said. Hey, that seemed to have worked. Port Channel 3.
Yay.
So, yay. Cross our fingers. But look at that. Fixing problems as we go. Yeah. Because I was watching what got me on the flat Earth videos are the ones where they say, oh, you know how if you take a flight, which Could be bullcrap because I've never taken a flight out of the country. But they're like, oh, if you take a flight to Japan, they always stop in like Rio or whatever, somewhere on the line. I don't know my geography, and they they said that doesn't make sense if the Earth's round because you're going one direction and then you go all the way another direction. Why would you do that? But then they would show a picture of the Earth flat and it's a direct line, like Rio to Japan or whatever, from Florida to wherever. And so they showed it if the Earth was flat and it's like a straight line. You're like, oh my God. Oh my God. I had to stop it. I had to stop watching.
Oh.
I had to stop. I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah.
So.
That's the internet for you.
Dude, I'm telling you, the internet is crazy. Now they got these they got these videos that you can just tell ChatGPT to make a video of like they did, I don't know, it was on the news and I don't know.
And that's,
it's crazy.
That's the same way that kids get
right.
so wrapped up in it because even Landon was I saw somebody had took a picture or a video of a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that was edited,
right.
But
yeah. So that's why we're not letting our kids have social media.
No.
Right, because listen, we don't even fully understand it.
And
it's not only that. Like you hear about all these statistics about how childhood psychology's like in the toilet and all these psychological problems and suicide is up and it's like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because listen, nobody has a perfect life, right?
No.
And I'm the number one guy that I mess up everything. I make mistakes left and right. Like, I don't think I've ever done anything right the first time. Luckily, I'm very stubborn and hard-headed. I just keep trying. If I lose, I don't like losing, so yeah. I will try to win at all costs. But like. If I didn't understand what that social media was, that it's just people with all this fake stuff. Like, it gets me now. Like, I watch this contractor on Facebook. Oh, the plumbing guy, if you want to learn how to make $1 million and blah, 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 just take my course. Just charge $800 an hour or whatever he charges. And it gets me. I'm like, man, maybe I'm doing it wrong. But I'm like, you know what? There are no easy outs. Nobody got where they wanted to go by taking the easy road. No. It doesn't matter if you were born on the easy road. If you want to stay on the easy road, you got to work at it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just takes hard work and determination. Now, that's not to say that guy that has those videos doesn't have good ideas. Right. But to think that I'm just going to pay him to take his course and I'm instantly going to get a business that is making a ton of money, wrong. Yeah. Because, listen, being a business, and there's a difference between being an entrepreneur and being a business owner, right? Yeah. There's a difference. Mm-hmm. And you can be your own boss, but you're still got a boss. It's just you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had my business a long time, and for the first 10 or 11 years of it, I had a boss. It was me, and the guy didn't know what he was doing, so he was a complete asshole. Okay? And because when you don't know what you're doing, you get defensive, and you get short. And I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing completely. No. I'm getting better. Mm-hmm. I've had to ask for help. Yeah. And I've had to pay for help too. But just because you're owning your own company, especially in the trades, there is a definite benefit to owning your own business. You do get to make your own hours, right? If you don't want to work, if you want to work from 9 to 5, just work from 9 to 5. Mm-hmm. If you want to work 7 to 3, work 7 to 3. If you want to work 4 hours a day, work 4 hours a day. Yep. But all of that is, it's in reference, it's directly tied to how much money you're making, right? So if you can make a ton of money working 4 hours a day and it's working for you, keep doing it. Don't change it. But my experience is, especially the technician, the electrician that then goes into business for himself, There's a lot more to it than just going and fixing electrical or installing electrical. That's the easy stuff. And when times get tough, what is the first thing you do? Go to the easy stuff. Do what you know. I don't want to deal with this today. I don't want to deal with payroll. I don't want to deal with this estimate. I just want to go do work. So you just go know what you do. And that's great, except there's other parts that need to get done.
Yep.
So you have to learn it. So, that's what this podcast is about too. Like growing and learning and taking our experiences and freely giving them to, people that want to learn and do better. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know how we got on that topic, but the plumbing guy. I wish I was that plumbing guy to just charge. You know how I fixed my business? I just started charging $800 an hour. Okay. All right. You notice I don't ever see his business. He doesn't ever wear his business shirts. So maybe he is, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But that's all I think we got today. We are over the 1 hour mark.
Good, 'cause my back hurts.
Yeah, your back hurts? Yeah. All right, everybody. I want to say thank you for watching the video, or thank you for joining us. Please don't forget to give us topics. Like my specialties are sarcasm. I'm a really good butthole or an a-hole. I'm good at that. I'm a good electrician. What else too? I know how to not drink alcohol. Good at that too. I'm a pretty good dad. She's a pretty good mom. We are definitely fumbling through life, and we would love for you to join us. And we are trying to get this podcast out to the people so we can not only market our business, our Others Electric, our electrical company, but also get the public tied in to these local companies so we can support our local businesses.
Yes.
That we know are great, because our community is great, and there's a ton of great people out there.
Yes.
We just don't know who they are. So join us next time. We'll have maybe more topics, but we just started, so we're just figuring this out, and we're literally just pressing play to try to get it out there and have everybody join and see where it goes. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. I'm going to try to turn the music on. Ready? Hold on. Local video.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
3, 2, 1.